All right, good day, guys. Good day, guys. My name is Tabo. I want to say, how is your day? How is the day going on now? How they go, they go. All right, guys. So let's get started. Others will get to join us. I was actually going to cancel because I needed to go out to get something for my daughter, but I just said, okay, you know what? Let's do the session. Let's make money, and let's even make it more interesting. So I'll just share what I have for you guys on, the various instruments I'm trading. So I will not be trading any other instruments more than this I have showed you here. So these are the three instruments I am trading now. And I intend to stay with them alone. So I only check for opportunities on these three guys. Now, yesterday, 2 days ago, actually, during the live session on Elite, that I actually joined the session. So I shared that I was going to buy Evo USD gold from here. So if you join that session, you would understand the reason for saying I was going to buy it from here. Now there's I know majority of us likes we like a lot of trading strategies. Traders love strategies, right? They want to find the easy way to make money, and it's not as if it's a bad thing. So what I want to share with you here is something I am using. You understand? When I teach you what is practical. I will not come and give you half-baked knowledge. Do you understand? So I will refer back to some of my free teachings because I would say they are free teachings because I've taught them before in some other classes. So I want to refer back to some of those free teachings. Let me use the whiteboard now. So in those free teachings, I must have talked about what we call advanced market structure. You see, that thing called advanced market structure, you guys are going to find it on gold. You understand? It's actually found on gold. Now, I have two levels I am looking for something to happen on gold. This was the first level, and this was the second level over here. So I will explain how and why I formed those notions. And I'm very sure by the time I explain, you guys understand how this thing works. You see, there's something we call market structure. There's no trader that doesn't know about market structure. But is it every trader that understands order flow? Is it everybody that understands order flow? An order flow is greater than market structure, although it uses the concept of market structure, but order flow is quite greater. You see, in order flow, there is complete mitigation. So when you have higher high, higher low, higher high, in market structure, this is a POI here. This is the break of structure. And let's assume this is a POI here. So when you have a perfect order flow, price doesn't leave anything like mitigation behind. So price makes a retracement back to this POI, mitigates the POI, and creates a new high. Then we can say, yes, there's a what? There's a complete mitigation here. So this low is regarded as a strong low. Okay, strong low. Now, the one I want to show you currently that happened on gold, okay? I'm using gold as a case study. XAUUSD is my case study, okay? Price has already created the so-called break of structure also. But there's something we always call a shallow or incomplete pullback. When you see price making a tiny pullback like this, there are two types of pullback, shallow pullback. We have the one that comes back to the external range, and we have the one that doesn't even get back to the external range. So I'll use the one on gold currently. The one on gold currently is a shallow pullback, but did not even get back to the external range. That means the time the pullback here just add this pullback like this and created a new high, because this is what qualifies it to be called a pullback. A pullback is only valid after we've had a pullback and it has created a new supposed high. So when it is making that pullback like this without creating a new high, you can't call it a shallow pullback at that point. But when it has created a new high, then it has become a shallow pullback. So the idea is very simple. When you see that kind of pullback, the one don't come into equilibrium, what do? Just label it as inducement. But that's not all. When you label it as inducement, let me teach you what to do this time around or next time is, apart from just labeling this place as inducement, you need to also know where price is going to buy from next, because you must buy. You must enter the trade, Abby. So, but where do you want to enter the trade from? Where do you think price is going to come back for? So, anytime you have this kind of thing, price will come back to the breaker here, which you call the secondary POI. So, the next time price is coming again, you'll see price doing this and going where? It's going to the secondary POI to go higher. Okay, there's a difference between primary POI and secondary POI. So this one is called secondary POI. Primary POI is inside here internally. Did you get? So look at the pattern. The first pullback here did not get to this high, the previous high. It's just a tiny pullback outside. So when price is coming back next time, it goes below it to the secondary POI to go higher. If you remember, now that's the idea, Abby. But what also happens if price is not coming to the secondary POI instantly, and instead it starts forming what we call external range structure? In case you don't know, when you are following a particular structure that is doing higher high, I'm sure you must have encountered this several times. You are following the structure that is in higher high, higher low. You are seeing the big structure like this forming. Then all of a sudden, the thing will just start, it will just become a small higher high, higher low. You just see like, this one is doing big, big, higher high, higher low. It has now become a new trend, a smaller one this time around. Do you get? It has become what? A smaller one this time around. That is what we call external range structure. So that external range structure that you're seeing here, no go the dollar and say things and that maybe it's external. Forget to. You see this low that you have here, that thing I call strong low. It's still the original low. So most times what we do is that when you are seeing higher high, higher low, we go don't forget say be like say market don't leave this major trend. It don't start a new trend. You go come they follow this new trend, they go. They play with this new trend is also it's what we call external range structure. You understand? And it can be traded. But one thing that I told you from the beginning is that price will come back where it will come back to this inducement and come here. No be so. But at the same time, price also is forming what we call external range structure here. So that external range structure is like a new structure on its own, but it's just found externally. That's why I call it external vein structure. It's a new structure. It can be traded also. But where is it found? It's found externally. So normally, if price should break external vein structure like this, say normally let's just assume that there's not a break of structure here like this now. Price has broken structure here. Don't think market has now turned to downtrend though, because that's where majority of us are always getting it wrong. It has now the new structure you are following. It has now changed and turned to downtrend. No, this is what we call MBOS. So if you don't understand, I don't want to understand too. Because if you're not in the mentorship, what do you want to understand? I'm giving you guys a free lesson here actually. So for those that have a brief of understanding, they will get it. And if you don't understand at all, I'll be happy. Because that means you deprived yourself of having full access to the information. So this is what the MBOS and price after you see that MBOS, it means price is going to this POI here, this major secondary POI we add here. Don't forget the pattern, no. Don't forget the pattern. This is the secondary POI I mentioned at the beginning. So currently now on gold, let's now relate this back to gold. Let's now take this back to gold. So now, currently now on gold, what you guys fail to understand is this. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me tell you something. Now, what you guys now need to understand on gold is this. Look at gold. Gold has been a good boy and it has been doing well, right? I gave this projection a very long time ago that gold is going here, and I've not changed my projection. I've seen a lot of traders, even traders that I give respect, they are projecting sales. They- it's not looking as if now me they see sell on gold. But I will trade what I know now. You get that's what I always say. That's why I always tell you guys, don't change your bias easily because of someone else's influence. Or this person sabi pass me, this one, that one. As long as you trust in what you know, there's nothing that should change your bias easily. You understand? It's when you don't trust in what you know. You see, one thing about trading is this: when you want to pick someone else's perspective, pick it when you have made a mistake. Let's, for example, now you mark this as a buy side something something. Then someone now shows you and mixes on and says like it's sell side. Then you now go back and like, okay, now me do mistake, it's actually sell side or that kind of thing. Then you can make that correction. You use that person's chart to realize your mistake. But using that person's chart to now say you want to dump your own view, your own approach, your own analysis, your POI, and now choose the person's own, is suicidal because you are not going to become a good trader that way. You are going to be dependent on other people's opinion, and that's not a good way to be a good trader. You feel me, but so over here on gold, I have this on gold. This is the previous range we had on gold. These are the ranges: up, down, and then we have all of this external move. Like I always tell you now, you see, the moment price was crossing this previous high here, all of these ones are still part of the range. Oh. So from here to here now, still impulse to me. And price has made a retracement back into this level here. Price came to a very good demand area there, which I projected also in my YouTube video. Now, there's one other thing again I want you to now see. When price was going to this high, this is normal higher low, and then what next? Higher B should just go and form a new higher high. No be so. But there's something called minor. You guys have said, Poppyjoe, you don't do. But there's something called minor structure. I've explained this also before. There's something called what? Minor structure. And what is it meant to be? That's your so-called impulse. That thing you are seeing higher low, higher low. So what you expect next is perhaps you just do a single file of, a single impulsive move like this, Abby. But price can actually do that in another way. What is that? Price is going up or is going to take this previous high, but instead of just going a single impulse, it can now go in form of another structure like this: higher low, higher high, higher low, before now finally breaking the structure. So this higher low structure you are seeing here now, it's like another uptrend. You feel me? Right? It's like another uptrend, but the structure is called minor structure. So everything has a name. There's sub, there's other one. So, but for now, that's minor. So on gold, I'm saying all of this because me, I want to bring a point out. You understand? I'm saying all of that because I personally want to bring a point out. So currently on gold, what do you think we are having, or with this range? So when gold got to the level that I have marked, what do you think happened from there? Gold broke structure. You know me now. I always use two eyes break as confirmation. It broke this eye and it broke this eye as well. So that's my confirmation, right? Then the key level that price reacted from is around here. So price reacted at the key level though. Let me just use 4 hours to get it. So I think this was a key level price reacted to. But then price reacted at the key level. Let me not go into details of that one. And away it flew. You know the vibe now. And away it flew. So now this is now where I want us to get it better and to now see the interesting storyline about it. So when price got to the level, it broke structure, right? So let me just do my normal SMC break of structure vibe. So I would say this is MSS, market structure shifts to the top. Okay, this is the point that price shift structure, the Imaya Shimbozo. That's the point that price shifted structure, and this was a confirmation. The swing, no, this I actually was a swing. This is a low, this is a high. So that higher high point, that's on that. So price has broken two highs, which confirms the reversal for us. You understand? When you're trying to trade reversals, breaking of two highs is a very good confirmation. We call it double BOS. Okay, so now we have had that confirmation, which means now a new range has formed, which is higher low, a low to a high. No be so a low towards a high. Then price has done all this again. So all this retracement you are seeing here, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high. What do we call them in terms of retracement structure? Your retracement structure is called what? Who can tell me in the chat box if you know the name? What do we call the retracement structure? Your retracement structure is called what? Nobody wants to win my money today. Pullback. It's called pullback, but there's a name for the structure. It's called substructure. Someone has actually answered. Joshua has answered. It's called substructure. The way we have a minor structure for the continuation. Minor is the one that continues. The one that retraces like this is called substructure. So just understand retracement structure is sub. Internal structure, yeah. Combination of everything is now what we call it. See, there are many ways of classifying structure. So all these things that I just saying, sub and this one, that one, that one, that one. Anybody can have different name for it. So don't argue when you see people saying it's internal. Someone says it's not internal. The combination of the names, at a sub, at a minor, they are all internal structure. You understand? So external structure is the main one. That's what we call the swing structure. That's the external structure for me. So me, I will call it swing structure. You can call it external. So there are different names for it. But what matters is understand what it is representing. Okay. So yes, that's by the way. So this is a retracement, and then price has also started a new. Instead of price also going up to this previous high in a single sweep, what did he do? He started forming this higher high, higher low, and higher high. Now, this is where the whole story gets interesting. What did I tell you about what we call a shallow pullback? This is like the previous. I know this is the pullback. Now, price made a pullback here. So this high becomes like my structural high, my normal high, low, high. And now look at the pullback. Do you see that the first pullback here, this pullback here, this particular pullback here, can you notice that the pullback did not get to this area before going up? So which means, according to what I taught you earlier, the secondary POI here will be used, and this low will be used as inducement. Am I correct? Is that what I said earlier? Isn't that what I said earlier? I mean, yeah, is that what I said earlier? I mean, I no confuse me, Igbo. Golibe, I don't know whether. But are you guys enjoying the session? I you guys want to want my yes signal straight? I will not give you signal without telling you how I got the signal now. Do you think I will make you a lazy person? Don't be a lazy person now. Did you get? So what I've said so far is that price is going to come back here, Abi, to buy. But I now said also, I said it will not go there instantly. Do you get? It's not like price will also like you can be lucky, you no be saying if you go there instantly. You can be lucky that price will just come back, below the inducement here instantly. But if you are not lucky, you can still be lucky because price creating external range structure sef wetin that one sef mean for us na still money in. Yes, you can still trade the external range structure because it's also an opportunity. Now from that moment on, what do you now start seeing? You now start seeing that the moment you had the shallow pullback, which is the first one, what the price now started doing, can you see that? Started doing higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now all this higher high and higher low now, like I said, majority of the times you will lose guard yourself. When you are following structure before, a bigger structure, then all of a sudden now started becoming small and it's not doing higher high, higher low. You cannot keep up with this bigger one anymore. You're not gonna choose what you're not choose the smaller one. Like, what? Let me just follow what I'm seeing. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Now this higher one that you are following also, don't lose guard because the main structure itself is still from where? It's still from here. It's still from this old low, the lowest point here. Is where the current range is. So, and now I now saw a setup again. The one I took yesterday is what I want to show you now. So what are we currently at now? Where are we currently at? We are currently at external range. So all of this thing you are seeing here, all this trend structure you are seeing here, all this structure here, they are all what? They are all external. You can see now. I've explained the meaning of external. Abi, they are all found where? Outside. Can you see? So anything you see outside is what? External vein structure. And it is still connected to the main one, because at the end of the day, when price finally comes back to this place here, to this neckline and start buying from there. If I want to mark my range, which is my impulse, I'll mark it like this. So this is my higher low, this is my higher high. So what will happen to all this high and low, high and low? I neglect them. They are all part of internal structure, like someone said earlier. They are all part of internal because all of this now is still what? It's still part of the main impulse. Yeah. So that's why I said majority of traders don't understand market structure. If you have been taught market structure a certain way before, higher high, higher low. If that's the only thing you know about market structure, you need to come to class. So that's it. So I feel like I've explained that. And what I'm telling you now, I'm trying to make you guys understand something. Like what I'm teaching you now is not as if I'm teaching you now just so it can be convenient for what I'm teaching on gold. No, what I'm teaching you now is something that I've known since 2021. I'm telling you the real fact. I've known this thing since 20. That means the information still remains valid even after years. So it's not an information that is just made to just to just make you guys feel good about the current price action. It's an information that has been there, that has been existing. So if you don't have the information, it means you are the one lacking in terms of knowledge. Am I making any sense at all now? Are you guys getting it now? So it's a very simple thing, very, very simple and direct. So what we have been seeing so far here is the external range structure, like I said, and yeah. Now, what I traded yesterday. Now, I think the day I was having a class with the students, because I was teaching someone about this recently. So shout out to him because I would say he's the one that even gave me the setup. Because it was in his class. I was teaching him and the thing I saw the thing. Like, oh yeah, wait till I just teach you now him be this so. So and of course it's playing out for me. So if I make money, I will tell him thank you. I'll not give him money. Now, inside that your avian, another avian dey inside. That means inside that your external range structure, another external range structure dey inside. Now, how do I, what do I mean? Look at this. Since I said that all of this structure you have seen here now, let me just let's annotate those structures. So this is our external, this is our shallow pullback, abi. So all this high, low, high, low, high, low. So all the structure I'm marking now, they are all what? They are all external vein structures. Oh. Now, inside this our external vein structures that we are looking at it, so price also now formed another external range again. What do I mean? See, this is external, this is the low, Abi, and this is the previous high. Then after price was breaking this previous high of this one too, what's the first pullback we had? Can you see that first pullback? That's a shallow pullback, which we label as inducement. And from one of my favorite strategies, BOS plus inducement plus POI. I've said that in several times. I've mentioned every time. BOS, inducement, POI. There are three. So those three things now, it means when I see an inducement below it now, look at it. I want you guys to compare this one and the first one that we have on the higher time frame. In this one now, look at the first pullback. It came below, I mean, it came to touch the secondary POI, which means this time around, the secondary POI will not be our next POI, like the one we saw in the other one, Abi. So in this particular case now, price will go where? Temu ma pa mi, won't be. Temu is crazy. The way they're just giving you prompts, those guys. So, what was I saying? Yes, like I said now. So look at, can you now see the difference? Price will go to the primary POI. God bless you. Price will go where? It's going to go to the primary POI this time around. In the first one, it went for secondary. In this one, it's not going to go to secondary anymore. It's going to go to primary, which I chose as my primary POI here. And that's where price is currently be asking to go up from now. Did you get? So what I'm trading now is the external in structure. In fact, I would say it's still like I will not say risky. Risky non but because assuming yesterday now, assuming price broke this area now, you feel me? But assuming price broke this area, I'll be selling to where? I'll be selling to this inducement here, this main inducement, no cap. So everything has been defined. Like I already know what I'm working. Like it's like someone give me the blueprint of a big house. You understand? So I already have the blueprint and I can work with it anyhow I want. That's exactly how analysis can be. You understand? So that's what we have on gold. I feel like I've explained quite enough. And if you understand, definitely it has added more value to you. But that's not all again, because apart from this buy, there's another thing again that gave me cold feet about the buys yesterday. And that's the fact that if you have watched my videos on ERL to IRL, that's external range liquidity back to internal range liquidity. Now you would understand something that is currently here. And what's that? Now, when I said the structure here is higher high, higher low, look at the structure. Higher high, higher low. Now, this is the previous IRB. This I is external range. So now price has actually just taken the external range now. So by all defaults, when price takes external range, where must it go to? It will go and chase after internal range. So right now we have not gotten signal because assuming we've gotten a break of structure. Yeah, that means price is going for all the internal range that you can now go and search. For me now, all of these lows are hanging fruits. Okay, do you know about hanging fruit? Iced tea. It's called hanging fruit. Go and check it out. Liquidity hanging like this. So all of those are hanging fruit. So price to come and clear all those liquidity, tap into this breaker over here and use it to. It's actually mitigation though, but any name one call them breaker mitigation, they misinterchange the name always. So, but then this is the area I am buying gold next. And yes, bless. Bless Ja. So for me now on gold, I believe you guys know the ultimate target. The ultimate target has not changed. It's still this high. So are we going to have price coming for this secondary POY now? Or price still wants to just keep us in external range? So if it's going to keep us in external range, it's not as if it's bad. I think I've explained to you now. Is external range bad? It's not bad. You can trade it. You can trade external range. Okay, you can be traded, but just know that whatever you are trading there is still tied to a certain range. Okay. Someone said drop signal for us in the mentorship, sir. Where you just start it now, not the beginning. You start on Monday. Today is Wednesday, your second class. You already asked for signal. If I drop the signal, will you understand what the signal, what I use in cooking the signal? You say mentorship. Is mentorship the same thing as followership? I mean, no. What's the right word to use? Mentorship is to make you understand what is being traded. If I drop a signal, I must explain the thought process. That is what is called learning. Abi? But I promise you guys free signals though, so let me no wala. No wala. I promise you guys free signals. So the free signals will start when I start teaching you analysis, and that's next week. Someone said, can I pay twice for the mentorship? Oh wait, let me understand. Like you want to spread the payment for two-time payments. Is that what you mean? I extended. I think there was a lady, was it a woman? It was a woman that requested for extension. That was why I even extended to. There was someone on our group. She said she pleaded. She pleaded, and that was what actually if it's me, God punish you. No, nah. iPhone, no wine, and wine, no mind now. Now whining, we're just here to catch cruise. No bad feelings, no bad vibes. So that's it for my good analysis. You guys understand what I'm looking at. This is the level of invalidation. If price takes out this level, it means it's going to this inducement. So if it doesn't get there, I already have myself for that point. You understand? So it's a very simple thing. Always know direction. For me now, direction price is going to now, based on what I caught yesterday, is going to this previous high. If it gets to that previous high and crosses it above, this becomes a new low, and that new low becomes what? It becomes a new should I MBOS? Yes, MBOS. So that's it. And what else do we have again? What else do we have again? So Eagle USD. So that one too is going up. It actually got to the target I marked already though, but I I've not figured out any the what is what's next. So the target I have on it has been achieved. So what's next? I don't know yet anything yet. So I will have to wait for market to do whatever it wants to do. Because I marked this, consider line I marked is target. Although this place I marked also, this line you see here is a line I have for reaction on Euro USD. You understand? So that's it. You can see this is even USD though. Then BTC. BTC wine me. Oh, man, I don't go even play at all. BTC wine me. So let me just give you guys one hint. I'll teach you guys how I got this BTC sell and how I missed the BTC buy. I think on Sunday, I think it was me and Olamide, you guys Olamide, now one of our guys on the group there, that I said I was expecting sales on BTC, and he asked me what did I see. So that was a question that I had to go back and check. Like, okay, that's even true. Which I even see true. We make me say I won't sell BTC. So I went to check and I saw that wait, to no be sell, it's actually buy. And I reanalyzed and I got this buy PO and all of those things. So in fact, the day I was buying this thing, I think I was I in a class or something. But then I knew that this was the second. I've gotten the first confirmation. This was the first confirmation I got. Then now I always like to use double break of structure. You feel me, but so I mark the second eye as my double break. That once price break this double one, Okparini or BIA is definitely going to buy. You feel me, but then I was actually thinking price should just go, do this deep pullback, and I'll get my buy from here to go up. So it gave me the confirmation, but it never gave me the entry, and the rest is history. So, but then about the sell, let me show you. No, 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 not showing you that because that thing that I want to show you, I've not even thought it. Is it thought it or even when correct? I've not, I've not thought it. It feels wrong. I've not touched it. Now worst. That was worst. Hey, I've not taught it in any class before, so taught it and teach it. I beg. I never I never teach am, so that's the word. I said I was adding MSN now. You guys remember now? I still mentioned on the group today that I was adding MSN now in one of the thing. Now, you see that thing MSN now that I'm adding, Jesus. Hmm. If you're the type that you're always saying, there was a time where we've said that SMC, break of structure, change of character is dead. Yeah, I was part of people that even said that those, back then, and when you were doing SMC, they'll say when price enters the POI, you now wait for a change of character. You now enter after the change of character, kinika, kinika, kinika. Now, trust me, that thing is not dead. Now, because say we know the see am clear, but now it's actually not dead. The things I've been doing with it recently, but in a special way. There are conditions to it that will make it work. Without those conditions not being met, it won't work. That's the real fact about it. So, and I feel like I believe in consistency of knowledge of application. If a particular knowledge doesn't work all the time, don't teach it. If it works some of the time, let them know that this thing now you are learning to is it only works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't work. But when it works most times, then okay, just always make people understand. Before people go, they focus on waiting they work every time. Can't go they focus on analyzing and be the savior. Do you know that there's some knowledge that are not going to work every time? They are good though. So is it that they are not happening every time? Maybe they are not frequent. Yeah, we have some setup. They are very, very good, but they don't come every time. So those ones they are scarce. And some they are good, but that their goodness, if you find out of 10, if it's only two go work, and yet you can say, this interview it makes sense. So knowledge is very, very it go far. It go far. Did you get it go far? Well, well, very, very well, safe. Well, well. So I live trading class. You guys have seen me. You know what I'm expecting next. Because if I tell you now you're gonna enter buy on good, you're not gonna enter buy. Till now one, you now say, hey, Pop, just make I buy good though. You can see the market, not me go draw my hand. Even I say we should start by two. But I'll not use my hand and draw the market back and say, yeah, come and give us entry again. You don't go be that. So what you can do is what you can watch me win. You guys you're angry. Don't be angry for me, oh. You don't be angry, but then this is our target. You feel me? But this is our target. But what I want to understand is what I traded. Do you understand how I traded it? Like, is it clear to you? You feel me? Can you repeat the same process? What I traded is very simple. It's external ring structure. There's still the main structure, shikena. Chikena. There's a particular guy I respect so much on Twitter. Like I respect that guy so much. He has been posting sales on BTC. My mind just to do big, 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 kilo day, kilo day. Why will you be seeing sell? Joe, Okomi Joe. Really- Why will you be seeing sell? Well, I'm seeing buy. Azal, Azal. So it's just the thing. That's why you just trust in your own analysis. Don't be swayed by any other people's analysis or something. No matter how big the gamma can be, I beg. I beg. Even sometimes you see that sometimes my analysis, my students can be more correct than myself. My students can be more correct than myself. You can say I can post buy now, my student will post sell, and he'll be right. But one thing I'll tell those I'll tell those guys, I think I'll tell to sell the VL in midnight is this. Once you start arguing about being right in trading, you are just going to be a popular jingo. But you are going to be your psychology, you are killing your psychology. Don't fight to be right. Don't fight to say, yes, let me get that right. Let me get that. This is forex we are talking about, though. If you want to tie getting it right to your ego and now start feeling like, yes, I got it right, this one, whoa, the day we go shonke emole, you will go back into your shell without you knowing because you have already attached that dopamine you get from being right. You have already, you always feel high on it. You get that's not how trading is. So just do your thing. No, not before this. I beg. There's liquidity below 74K or so, but fundamentals push price up. That's on BTC, right? 74K. Is that what you mean? Admin, is that what you mean? For me, oh, to be honest, I'll be honest with you guys. The reason why I was not seeing sales on BTC is because of this. On my daily time frame, you see this low that we have here on daily. You can see it's a market inducement. Why? Price never mitigated anything. Like I always like people understand something. And you know a wood now, I'll be issue meaning. Look at the left hand side. Let's even use any principle you know. Let me put a straight line at this left hand side, this highest point. Do you see that price never touched that level? And when price doesn't mitigate any point, it's just hanging on thin air. What do we call that point? It's an unsupported low, an inducement low. So that low is liquidity. So a lot of traders are forgetting that this low is liquidity right now. So let me just even go and check weekly. Say maybe there's something I can get on weekly. Oh, I've seen it though. Oluwaseun o. Thank God I checked though. Now look at weekly time frame here. I'm currently looking at this eye, weekly eye over here. Ah, Oluwaseun, thank God. I didn't even remember myself to check. But look at this. I'm going to be selling BTC above here. Thank you. Back to this target. Anybody will want to die, may they die. But I've given you guys what I'm doing on. To be honest, I didn't even think it that fast. Me too, I will love it. But thank you for telling me, Seth. So that's where I'm going to be selling it from. And I'm selling it to 70. Okay, you said 74K. You're actually right now because this is inducement I said. And that's also at 74K. So you are right. You are right in your projection as well. You are right. You are right. So myself, normally now once you know directional bias, you get once you know where price is going to. It's like saying that once you know when you know that you are going to somewhere. I don't even know how to place the analogy self. I beg. I know Sabi do a slight example. But when you know where price is going to, now to go enter the bus, we go carry and reach there now. So now me, I want to go enter the bus. Now can you now see? Say the problem is when and how. That's what I've already solved for you now. In case you don't know. I've already solved the how or where. Okay, I solved where. I have not solved when. And I will not tell you how. How is going to be for my guys. So, guys, if you want to join the mentorship that's currently going on, the offer is currently going on, send me a DM now. I see most of you guys chats. Send me a DM now on Telegram and we'll talk about it. We have the second session happening today, so you don't want to miss it. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. The meeting is going to end in less than 1 minute, so that's why I want to round up so fast. So thank you. I hope you guys gain value. If you gain value, go to the Telegram group and make sure you drop a comment that you gain value. Don't just come and collect value and go. All right. So thank you guys for joining. See you.